guys, and welcome back to another one of my knit talk videos. Okay, so first I wanted to get started with a finished project. It's a dishcloth that I finished a very long time ago, like maybe like a month ago. I never mentioned working on it on one of these videos because I kind of started it and finished it so quickly. And then I literally started using it right after casting off. But I've been using this thing nonstop. And now we can get into my whips. Okay, so the main whip, of course, is my key sweater that I have been working on for quite some time now. But it's coming together. I have finished one completed sleeve, and I've began working on the second sleeve. I plan on, by the end of this week, and let's say end of this week, maybe I'll have the sleeve done. Because I really want to get this done. One, I'm bored with it. That's the main thing. So I'm ready to just kind of be done with the project. Because it gets like that. I've been working for this for several months at this point. It gets kind of to that point for me with sweaters where I'm just I'm over it. I'm done working on it. The fun part's done. I've done the pattern, the color work repeat multiple times at this point. I love the colors, but at this point, I'm tired of seeing purple and pink all the time. I'm ready to just throw it on and get to moving on with the new project. So definitely gotta be done with this soon. Here's the sleeve. Now I will say the pattern does not have any decreases in the sleeves, which I was fine with because I assumed that changing needle sizes from the body to the cuff, I went down one needle size, would make up for that difference in a sense, and the sleeve wouldn't be so wide. But I really feel like changing needles did nothing. I really can't even tell the difference in terms of changing the needle size. I thought I was gonna draw up the cuff a little bit more than what it does, because I don't know if you can tell, but it's basically the same width. The ribbing didn't really do anything to draw the sleeve up. And I like the big fluffy flowy sleeve thing. I'm into that, but I just assume that the cuff would kind of scrunch up a little bit more. So I think if I were to make this pattern again, I would maybe go down two more needle sizes maybe, or maybe do some decreases in the cuff or something. Cause I'm okay with the sleeve being wide, but I want the cuff to draw in some, so that way the sleeve will be kind of bellowy and I want that big chunky sleeve look, but with a scrunched cuff. So that's something I've noticed at this point is the sleeves. I wish they were a lot more scrunched because I feel here with the body, right? You can see the difference between where the body is and then where the ribbing is starting. It looks a little bit more scrunched in than the body. But for some reason that didn't happen with the sleeves. So that's just where I'm at with things. That's kind of annoying to me, but I'll figure it out the next time I make the sleeve, because I've already cast it off. I don't want to go back and unravel this to redo it to then fix the new sleeve. So we're just gonna leave it as that, and I will fix it the next time I make this pattern, because I'm sure I'm gonna make plenty more key sweaters. And I think the next time I probably will make a smaller size. This pattern, I just went with literally the largest size that the pattern offered, which is fine because I wanted a quick, easy throw-on sweater that I could wear out the house, in the house, just a cozy, chunky sweater. But I think I want to try it in a more fitted design, and a more fitted style as well, with different colors. I have so many different color ideas. I purchased black yarn and then all the primary color, yellow, red, blue, I think, yeah. To do some fun, let's see, I can show the sample that I made, to do some fun color working with that. So I'm going off topic a little bit with the whips, just to talk about some other stuff too. So here's the sample that I made. I love it. I was flipping through this book called 400 Knitting Stitches, and I found the most beautiful, it's called Wasp Nest pattern, and it reminds me of the Stephen West shawl that I've been seeing, that it's a little bit tinier than this, and it's a shawl that kind of goes from the corner area on up, and it gets wider. But I was oh, this is basically the stitch, pattern that he uses, stitch design he uses. So let me just try it on my own with some primary colors with the black filling. chef's kiss. Like, oh, these colors together, like I just could not stop staring. And so I was thinking of just doing like a long, like rectangular scarf, and like have like a super long, like drapey, scarf that I would like just, wrap a couple times. Then I'm like, I don't know if I would really even wear that a whole bunch, right? So maybe making it into a cowl would be nice. So I don't know. So at some point, this wasp's nest will turn into something. Like I said, either like a long, very long winter scarf or a cowl. But either way, these colors will definitely turn into a key sweater potentially, because the black, hear me out, black could be my base, and then each stripe, so the stripes will go blue, red, yellow, and then we'll just keep repeating. Because in the body of the key sweater, you have, let's see, three, I'm confusing myself. 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern, like, or alternate, what is it called? Like contrasting color repeats in the body is what I'm getting here. And then like obviously everywhere the purple is, you'll see black. And then let's go like blue, red, yellow, and then we go back to blue, I guess, right? That could be a vibe. And I'm thinking that would be really, really cute. And then of course, same thing on the sleeves. So that might be my next one, or I might just do like a basic black and white one. But I'm really feeling this whole like black base with primary color contrasting, with primary colors as the contrast color, if that makes sense. So those are just some things that are like going around in my mind. That's why I like made this little sample and I have it saved here. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it just yet, but this is kind of what I'm thinking about. So that's my key sweater. We're working along here. Hopefully I'll be done. I'm putting a time limit deadline on it for the end of this week because I'm tired of this key sweater. I'm ready to cast off and move on to other endeavors at this point. Been working on this key sweater for way too long. So let's move on to some of my other whips. The design is 20-year shawl by Nina Chicago. So this is the last year's yarn crawl pattern for Nina, which is a yarn store located on the north side of Chicago. And the owner of the store is named Hillary, and this is her pattern that she designed for the 21st anniversary of the store, which happened to fall like around the time that the yarn crawl was happening. So that was actually, either way, I think the 21st anniversary was like September, yarn crawl was like July, but like the yarn crawl pattern was kind of like, and it's like was, you get what I'm saying? Like it was like, okay, since it was like so close to the 21st, anniversary, the yarn crawl pattern was inspired by that. So that is what I'm working on now. I have very little progress. I just started it like a couple weeks ago, and I cast it on like as an impulse. I was like, oh, let me start working on this. This yarn's really pretty. I was like going through my stash. I'm like, I need to go ahead and figure that out. So very little progress here. Look at my cute little stitch stoppers. They're pumpkin pie. And I have the Nina Chicago stitch markers on here. So it's like it's coming along very slowly, but we're vibing out with it. It's gonna get there at some point, but I do just love these colors, and I'm excited to at least have this done by, I guess, like spring or something like that. So not putting much of a rush on this or really any of my projects other than the key sweater. So we'll see how long that takes me. Next up, I'm gonna throw this over here. All right, next up we have another Sophie scarf that I've been working on maybe like for a couple weeks now. I started this project just as like something quick to do, and I just like love this color. And I'm like, Simone, like this is sitting in your stash. It's too beautiful to just like continue to sit there. We got to do something with it. Like this is such a vibrant, pretty color pink that I'm just like, every time I pick it up, I just smile. And I love yarn and colors that make me smile. I think that that's something I've been moving toward with the purple and pink sweater, like just picking colors that just make me happy. Pink is my favorite color. I thought that purple looked really nice with it. And then here with the Sophie scarf, I'm like, this electric pink color is just so amazing, so beautiful. So that's another whip. I'm about maybe almost halfway done. I think I'm trying to make the longer version of the Sophie scarf here. And stay tuned to figure out like what I would wear this with. Like I don't know what kind of outfit's gonna go like good with like an electric hot, this wouldn't be hot pink, it's like a neon pink, scarf. But we're gonna figure it out because I love, love, love this color. And here are some other stitch stoppers that I have on here. I have a huge collection of stitch stoppers. This says I speak fluent sarcasm. Really cute. And it definitely fits me. Okay. Then let's see what else I have. And here, so this is a project that, all right, and so here in this beautiful project bag that I made myself, actually all of these project bags that I have here, except for this one I made this project bag. This one I made as well, but with a pattern, but either way. I sewed this one as well. And I have another one down here that's a delicate bag that has my key sweater in it. It's like a big mesh pink bag. I think I showed this in my Dallas video where I talk about the trip to Dallas. But yeah, it's like a really big, gigantic project bag, which is perfect for sweaters. The only thing I would change about this bag, the delicate bag, would be to have like handles on the top, because it's like one side, like wrist handle, is not enough, especially for like a really big project being in there. So that's like the only thing. I've actually had to re-sew the handle back on because I had to change this out, because there's like so much stress in this area with this one strap that it came apart. But I love, love, love the mesh see-through. This is the only see-through project bag I have, and I really need more of them because I love being able to just look right at my project. So that's fun. All right, back to whips. So the other day I was at my local yarn store, because Hyde Park now has a yarn store called Fiber Friend Studios, and the yarn store also hosts knitting groups and circles. And so Saturday mornings are like the typical meeting times, but she also hosts Tina, the store owner, Thursday and Friday night knitting, like come to the store and knit circles as well. So the day before this, like the evening knit circles at the store, there was a newsletter that came out, and it's just talking about like things that are coming up at the store and like what we're celebrating and things that are going on. And so like Day of the Dead is coming up on November, I think it's November 1st, and so she had like a picture of some beautiful, beautiful yarn, hand dyed by Naima Bond, Sister Ananse. I think it's Ananse or Sister. I've been hearing Sister Ananse and Sister Ananse. I don't know. I'll have to fact check myself, but she's one of my favorite dyers. She's a local Southside Chicago yarn dyer. Her color work, when I tell you, like, you gotta check her out. I think at one point she was selling like on her own website, but now she only sells, I think, exclusively through like through stores. So you have to like go into the store to like actually purchase her colorways. I don't think that she sells them personally on her website anymore, but still, like, her color work is like so dreamy. Like the color that she's able to produce, the vibrancy, like all of it. I love her. She's one of my favorite yarn dyers. And so anyways, in the newsletter, Tina was showcasing this new yarn that she just got in from Naima Bond, and it was Ofrenda. Like that was the colorway's name. And so ideally it's like all the colors from like inspired by Day of the Dead and like Ofrendas and like the whole, like the holiday in general. And when I show you this yarn, I wish I should have, hopefully I'll show a picture of like it when it was like in the skein, but I've since wound it. And when I like, look at these colors. And like, I'm not even a big orange person. Like blue I can get down with, but like orange is just such a vibrant color. And like when you put it together with just, when I saw a picture of this yarn I was like, Simone, please don't buy any more yarn. You don't need any more yarn. Like, I already have so much of her yarn in my stash at this point that I haven't even used yet, that I like gotta cast on at some point, because like every time I see it somewhere, I have to just buy it. And like, I don't understand what it does to me, but her color work is just so beautiful. Like it's just, how do you get these colors like this vibrant? It's just so pretty to me. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so let me show you what I'm working on with it. So it's at the very beginning stages. It's called the Amethyst Triangle Shawl. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And this is where I'm at with it. Like, very humble beginnings, you know. Only been like a week worth of work on it, but it's coming together. It's basically just like an eyelet pattern. You have a couple rows of garter here, and then you have like your eyelets. And I think it works perfect for like the theme of the yarn, as well as just like, I think I think that the pattern goes perfectly with the yarn based on what it's for, like Day of the Dead. So like all the eyelets and everything to me is like representative of like all the little, I don't know what they're like, the little doily, they're like little paper, I guess essentially like flags that you see like hanging around during Day of the Dead. And so that's just kind of like what I thought it looked similar to. So I'm excited about this shawl. It obviously won't be ready for this year Day of the Dead celebration, so maybe next year I can wear it. I don't know, but I just really love the colors. This is really pretty. So I think this is great yarn. I'm so excited that my local yarn store now has one of my favorite dyers, and I'm happy to be working on this project. I love the pattern and I love the yarn that I'm working on it with. So this is just making me kind of happy. And I had to cast on the minute I bought it, because like, Simone, you have way too much yarn. So if you don't cast on with it today, like, no, we're doing, like, you gotta cast up, figure out something to make out of this immediately. So that I did, and this is just yet another whip, but one that I'm very excited about. And of course, my very, very cute project bag that has a contrasting or alternating lining. So it's the same pattern, but like in red. Same print, but in red in the inside. So it's like all Day of the Dead inspired. The bag, the project, the yarn. Very interesting. So that brings me to acquisitions, which I luckily don't have many. Only thing that I did acquire recently in between like last video and now was the yarn. So that's great. And luckily that I bought it and I cast on with it immediately after. So it didn't just sit in my stash. I'm forcing myself to utilize the yarn that I'm purchasing, because like for whatever reason, it's so hard to use yarn from the stash. So that's pretty much it. We went through one finished project, all of my whips, and a little bit of new acquisitions. So that brings me to a question for you all. How many whips is too many whips? Because I, for one, think that an infinite amount of whips is acceptable. But I feel like at times I do tend to like, I don't know if the right word is overwhelm, but technically like when there's a lot of things that like are unfinished, then I just like kind of get bored with like what I'm working on. I don't know. So like it's odd because like the more whips I have, the more the more whips I end up starting. So maybe it is good to end to like right now I'm forcing myself to finish up this key sweater like within this week so I can focus on other things. Like I want to put attention towards my Ofrenda yarn shawl, and I want to put some attention toward a little bit of the 21st year shawl. But again, I'm ready to be done with it. Like I gotta force myself to end as I can be done with it. But that's it. Just let me know like what you guys are working on, how many whips you guys have at a time. Do you prefer to just, you know, I heard some woman I was like talking to at a yarn store recently said that she's a monogamous knitter and she only works on one project at a time. And like I've never done that. So I just was so surprised. But I'm interested in knowing like what you guys think. Do you have just one project at a time? Do you prefer multiple whips? Do multiple whips overwhelm you? what's your take on that? So please leave a comment and let me know what you thought of this video, and let me know about your knitting adventures and what you're working on and what you plan on working on. Thanks for watching. Bye.